Good morning. I'm grinding my ink. By doing so, you start with meditation and calm down, and looking at the copy sample in front of you or underneath the paper. In this case, I use a light box with my copy and a plastic sheets that protect the original, the copy. Then my translucent rice paper, mulberry number 3, is unbleached. If I don't use a light box, you'll see the paper maybe like this. I can do this also without light box. So at different stage, you may use different methods. It's just let's just do this a little bit hint, but not exactly copy. So this might be good, but if you want, you can turn the lights on. Which way is better? In Asia, it's midnight. So good night. I'm going to continue the talking about the article. Just keep going to see what's the other part of this copybook. Is that good? Or you want me to repeat so I can write the same content like you probably would until you can memorize it? That's probably too boring. I'm losing all the audience. Maybe if I just repeat, right? So I'll keep going so you learn new characters and new content. Okay. So the next sentence I'm going to write is 出入者号令也. The Google translated as the brushworks are in and out. Not 出入者, in and out. The in and out. Let me edit it. The in and out. 出入, the in and out of the brushworks should listen to the order 号令. Yeah, just like the action, depends on the 号令. Yeah, I think that's. If you read Chinese, this is the character 出. 出 means in. I'm sorry, 出 means out. But 出入 means in and out. We say out and in because you go out out of the door. You know, you go when you go out, it's the beginning means 出 means beginning, 入 means return, come back, it's the end. So 出入 means beginning and end. So in and out actually is not correct. It should be beginning and end. And, in and out, beginning and out, beginning and end. Beginning, you know, it should always begin the character. I mean, every stroke with a dot and a dot at the turn and at the end. A dot, no matter how short it is. Oops, it's not dark enough. This is very important to make sure the brush is loaded with just the right amount of ink, and preferably a thick ink, a very thick ink. And you can see it's pretty dry. I don't use much water. I can always regrind it. And you can see what happens if the ink is not right. I'll just leave it there. Doesn't matter. It's just, you know, a lesson. So I will make all the mistakes you would encounter in your practice. Otherwise, you would ask me, what's wrong? You know, the paper is not good, or ink is not good, or brush is not good. Actually, the trick is to make the ink really thick. You can use a flat surface like the lid of the brush, I mean the ink stone, to make it sharp. Ru. I have to go back and then lift while you twist along the upper line. Even, you know, they start inside the previous stroke, you still have to make a dot. This is a dot. This would be a dot. And this is true and a ru, you know. So you hide the tip by going a little circle. You go. So on the stroke guide practice 2 days ago, I talked about this little line in the middle. That's the trail of the brush tip. You should be aware of the brush tip at all times. So it goes all the way down to the bottom brush tip and then lift. Always send the brush tip completely to the end. You see this I could start in the like this because I'm hiding it. That's okay. Right. This is called a soft ending, maybe. A hard is a dot, solid. I'm learning the composition by copying this, so I pay more attention on the whole structure composition while I do this kind of tracing. So when I later write, I can memorize it. So this dot is like very flat. Slant stroke to the left. Hide the tip at the end. See. Notice the different thickness of strokes. Yan Zhenqing's style is quite like a seal script, the ancient seal script, or Li Shu clerk's script. It's pretty simple, straight, holding the brush straight, not like Ouyang, Oti, Ouyang Xun, you know, more the slant brush stroke. Oh, I think I made it wrong. It should go all the way up. This is an alternative form of a character Hao. This is the tiger, vertical tiger actually. So I'm not so familiar with this. You have to pay attention to all the nuance details, like the curve in all our horizontal strokes, you know, curves up and curves down, and the facing or how do you separating of vertical strokes tendency. You know, these are very important to make the character live or stroke with the vitality, not just dead lines. It's organic. "出入者号令爷" translated as the beginning and end of brushworks or brush strokes should listen to the order, to your so they're not free, right? You cannot just start a stroke or end a stroke freely. Hans, Du Hans, nice name. So the next sentence is 曲折者沙洛耶. Let me see how Google do the translation. Artificial intelligence these days. A brush, 曲折 fold, a fold. 折 means曲 means bend or fold, bending or folding. Actually, bending could be like a turn. Folding is like a sharp turn, you know. this like a knife to kill. Let's just copy it. B E just the word by word, bending and folding of a stroke. It's like killing with knife. Folding. This is a bending is like curve. This is bending without a hard edge, sharp edge. You see this like this, the beginning of this page. This curve means to bend. And this is a folding. You cannot make a 90-degree fold. You can put your left hand under your wrist to lift it a little bit so the brush can write bigger. If you want more precise, you put your wrist on something, on the table or on your hand. Notice that the character should be, the stroke should have a lift and a press, not the even. Okay. This should be a little rounded. Sharp Q. The best part I like this piece is the composition across all the grid lines. You can see there's no midline. This stroke goes to the first line. The brush I'm using is a stiff Wang Xizhi calligraphy brush. This one, kick. I still need to practice the kick, I think. The ending always suggests the next is the beginning of next stroke, actually. Just like in running style. Next sentence, 点画者, let me see. One by one. Clear and distinct. 磊落也. 点画者磊落也. I should put a paperweight here. I moved the paper a little bit. Instantly, I got an email showing me the result of a tattoo name, Chinese name tattoo on the arm of a client in this style. And he has requested to write another one for him on his leg, I think. So I will show that later, maybe when we do that. This is a little small. Dian means a dot. Hua means a dash. Google does not translate it as one and one by one. One by one. 点画 means one stroke by one stroke, maybe. 画 means to paint. Also, you might know this. To write is 写 to paint is 画 and we should 写 instead of 画 when you write calligraphy you write without repeat right if you repeat it's called 画 you draw you can repeat you join so you're not drawing 点画 means here the dash or you know generally referring to the strokes. The strokes are what? Okay. 磊落也 clear and distinct. That's a good translation. So Google is sometimes very smart. I try to match the result. See how I do it. Oh, I can still see a lot of missing points. So this is very helpful, I think, to trace. So it's a contemporary, a modern way. The ancient would love, I think, if they had this tool, they would use it. They used the original against sunlight on a window, maybe to trace with some charcoal, like outline, and then they write with brush. That's the ancient way of doing. But they did a very excellent work to preserve the previous dynasties' masters for us. You know, all the original work, most of the original work has lost, but their carvings on the stone steles, and traced work by late students like me would still be available. So this is the way both to learn and mission to transmit this great tradition by copy. This is the chapter 1, you know, talking about. It's clear and distinct. Well, Google is so good to translate. I won't know the meaning. 磊落 is a very classical Chinese term. 磊 means like 3 stones stuck together. 落 means to drop. So this is a very it's a compound word. It's clear and distinct. You see, when I trace, I lose the stroke order. So I better stop talking. You should follow the stroke order, not just trace, because you already have the whole image. You can, when I carve my inks, my seal engraving, you can do the stroke in any order. When you have a design, there. But in calligraphy, it's very important to keep the stroke order. So you start from the top, and horizontal first, usually, then the vertical, right? And then the left, from left, the principle of stroke order is left to the right and from top down. This is another lesson I have to show you. So if you write the stroke order wrong, your qi is not right. The continuity is not correct. For me, this brush is kind of too stiff. Maybe I should change the brush tomorrow to a combination brush. I have to fight with the resilience. But if you are skillful enough, you control the resilience. It helps to create the bounce, the kick, that kind of easily. Use the natural spring. Very easy with this brush. You may notice when the brush is kind of split, I twist the brush and I choose the right angle to adjust it. Wang Xizhi always does that, in his Lantern Pavilion preface. Oh, I'm doing the next sentence already. Each dot and dash or strokes should be distinct and clear. And this 歌是, I don't know what's that mean. Let me check later. Maybe Google would know better. 歌 means the weapon, a kind of weapon. 是 means decoration. A 歌 is also a stroke, like this curved stroke, like the bow stroke. 是 means decoration. Okay, let me. Very interesting. Google even use Chinese there. I don't know what's the word. Truncated. What's that? This sign. Sign means to cut. X cut. 桌。飞格。This is a subtle thing I would notice. The cross is not right in the middle, you know. So it's a balance of balance game. It's not equilibrium, you know, not like right a cross, something like that. It's not in the middle. You see, this is interesting. Yen style is characterized by the rounded box. The brush is split, so I just keep going. I don't have to adjust it on the palette to just adjust with the next beginning of the next. So your end of the previous stroke is the beginning. You can you can use the next stroke to adjust the brush to make it returns to the normal shape. If it's if you do this, it's okay to miss some the white. You don't have to fill 90%. Yeah, I think 90% would be the most. But some time you go out, it's fine. I think I tried to make it up, but missed. Anyway, I cannot repeat. You see each character, same character, when they appear multiple times, it's supposed to vary a little bit. Not the same. It has to do with the composition, with the labeling, previous and next characters. So this is I will write the last sentence. That's the complete sentence. Also, 放纵者快利也，放纵者快利也。The last sentence didn't. Okay, the last sentence actually did not finish. Let me just copy the whole thing. The punctuation may be not right. Because in classical Chinese, there is no comma. Write a figure, write a 歌式, yeah. It's like the under restraint and oh, this is 放纵, yeah. Under unrestrained and arrogant. 纵 means arrogant, means free, freedom. 放纵者，快力也. When you have a free move, a free stroke, you feel very happy. 快力, I don't know. This is sharp and sharp, more sharp and sharp. 快 means sharp, 力 means sharp. The 快力 is kind of like cool. But, we may say it's very cool. You're not supposed to grind the ink in the middle of work, but I just show people who might come join us late. This is very important to make the ink like an ink paste. So if you're using bottled ink, you can enhance it with ink stick. If your ink is not thick enough like a paste, it will bleed. You will not get the sharp edge, hard edge easily. 放 means to unrestrained. I try to show you what's 放纵. Very fun, right? Open, to open. You see, it looked like the author already knows, this site invade, it entered this first line, but it gives a little room for the last character on this page. It's I don't know if it's conscious or unconscious, but it's very special. Make this the reason I like this and try to copy. If you have a squared grid, you won't get this right. It's hard to copy the composition. You can do each individual character is okay, but when you try to make a whole page look the same, it's hard because of this kind of arrangement. 放纵者 My wife is already prepared the breakfast, so I better finish my session soon. Quick, to write quickly. See, this is how quick I would do the character quick. tip it all the way to the bottom. And then turn up. Make a little circle, adjust the direction. I feel very quietly. This is cool, quickly and sharp. Okay, let's compare the result. Not too bad, huh? This is my first copy. I haven't done this recently. So normally you would copy like this, and then after 3 or 4 times, then you copy in front of the sample instead of on top of it, and then you copy from memory without it. Afterward, you can do your own calligraphy after learning the masters. Okay, I'll see you until tomorrow. Goodbye. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.